everyone, I'm Barbara.
And I'm Mark.
And we just wanted to share a little bit about our story and why we're pro-life, one of the reasons why we're pro-life. It began when our twins were 7 months old. I found out that I was pregnant with triplets.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge shock because they were a surprise and we weren't expecting to have multiples.
No, as I remember, we called your mom and I think she fell over.
And cried.
On the phone.
But we were really excited regardless. We figured if we had twins, we could probably handle triplets, even though we had no idea what to expect. We were just optimistic.
We were excited.
Yeah. So at my 9-week checkup with my specialist OB in Toronto, the doctor met with us and she came on very heavy with us needing to reduce the number of babies I had. And she listed a ton of reasons, one health, another finances, and our sanity, and the list went on and on and on. And even after I had politely declined twice, she kept pushing and said, "You really need to think about this." And I turned and looked at Mark for support, and he tried to get a word in, and she basically shushed him and said, "No, this is your wife's decision. You need to be quiet."
She reacted instinctively and grabbed my arm and said, "No, we make decisions together." And it was a bit of a shock because we were excited about having kids. We'd had multiples, we had twins, and we'd kind of gone through the new parent thing, sanitize everything, stay up late, bottle feeding, charting everything. I had taken a leave and we were like a tag team every night. So we had it kind of figured out and we were excited about having multiples, and going to that appointment was, it was just a bit of a shock. I remember the whole tenor of the room changed as the doctor said what we would do is we would go in with a needle and stop one of your children's heartbeats. And again, the doctor, I remember her sitting down the 4th or the 5th time she said it. She said, I just have to say that this is an option. But she was saying it in a way that this is an option, but she was also pushing her advice. She was saying, this is an option and I think you should take it. And in that moment, those moments of uncertainty, doctors have an amazing amount of power. And I'm just so thankful that we had already made up our decision. We were pro-life. And I don't know if we really even articulated it as pro-life at that point, but we valued life and we knew that they were our daughters. And it just seemed so wrong. And so I remember clearly we walked out of that appointment in a bit of a daze, and I turned to Barb when the door had shut and we were in the hallway, and I said, I don't trust the care that they're offering here. So we left. We went to a different city. We went to a totally different hospital, and my goodness, night and day. Remember
the doctor was just really understanding, and we felt like our daughters were in the best care because we told him that we wanted to fight for them all, and he looked at us and had tears in his eyes and he said, "We're going to help you do that." Yeah. And so we just felt that he would be looking after my health plus all 3 of our daughters' health, and there was no question about whether he would try and convince us otherwise. So yeah. And fast forward to today, our girls are almost 9 years old. They're beautiful, they're healthy, our twins are healthy. In fact, we've gone on to have 3 more beautiful daughters. So if you're doing the math, that's 6 daughters and 2 boys, and they're all healthy and wonderful, and as you can see, we are too.
Yeah.
We've managed to survive, and
not that it's not tough.
It's not tough.
And the one of the warnings that the previous doctor said, there'll be complications. And yes, there were complications, right? It was tough. There were things that we monitored the girls' heartbeats for 2 months straight, morning and night. But you know what? We were provided for. We just felt like we were taken care of.
Really great hands. It was, the options don't have to be life or death, right? Yeah. They don't have to be, you must choose death because then you can survive. There can be so many other resources.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping your children, and we've felt very taken care of. And
I mean, back to the comment that the doctor said to us. She looked at us and she said, "You already have 2. How will you cope?" Right? How will you cope? And my answer to her, if I could see her, we're doing just fine. And we have our kids with us. And life is good.